little girl in a pink top with ginger hair sucks on her thumb. She watches the only man with blonde hair take her photograph as the car he's in winds down the road, past the community center and out of town. The first temple we see is on top of a small hill overlooking the dry land and the beige land. We stop, pose for photographs, and begin our ascent. Hakeem smokes as we walk. I die a little with each footstep while cursing the same sun they worship. We stop below a few small trees where shade falls across your back like shadows thrown by prison bars. One stripe cools and tempers the pain. The other is simply ornament. Neither really comforts. The temple's 3 pillars have snakes painted upon them. Most of it has been rebuilt. Inside it is cool enough that I momentarily become a believer. I would pray and worship here all day, if just for its darkness and the coolness of its stone. We've removed our shoes so my feet can enjoy the secular rapture of the stonemason's trade. My toes uncurl and stretch over the surface, and the pain diminishes. There are 2 rooms, one to pray within, the other with a small opening to view the remains of an old supplicant. A security guard is usually here. There are sunflower and corn oil jugs covered in insects everywhere, for light and cooking, I am told. When you leave the temple and look over the 3-foot stone fence that surrounds it, you can see the mountains that separate us from Mosul. Kidnapping and death are just a day's hike away. Among the few areas of cultivated land, we can see the cemetery. Its little wall and tree make it unique among the barren landscape. As we leave to walk down the mountain, we pass a wishing tree. When I ask what they wish for, Hakeem shrugs. The same as you. Both sun and shade battle as we descend, revealing numerous handmade holes in the ground that were used for grinding grains and spices. There is history hidden throughout. It is now noon and hellishly hot. We are drenched and on our way to the cemetery, past old schools that were leveled by Saddam, then past new schoolhouses built by the current administration and abandoned. The cemetery is sparse and unadorned, but its headstones' odd circular shapes and sizes have been placed in such a way that they remind me of an abandoned antique shop, a grandparent's attic. It is our driver Femi's responsibility to look after it. He pulls out sun-blenched weeds, talks on his cell phone. Just east of the cemetery gate is a small rectangular hole the size of a kitchen cupboard. Hakeem takes me to it and we walk down into one of many caves in the area. This is where we hid during the bombings. There were 4 families in a cave. The ground is covered with whatever vegetation they could find and is surprisingly soft. But when you push down upon it, insects as big as a grown man's thumb bleed out. It is stiflingly hot and smells dreadful. For some, this was shelter. For others, a hospital. For the children, a school. For a month or more, there were over 200 families and 60 caves. I emerged from the cave, gasping for air. Blinded by the sunlight, I shelter my eyes and breathe slowly. Fami runs ahead of us to turn on the car's air conditioning. Hakeem lights a cigarette. Oh, Karajal, look through the haze to the mountaintop. At least the trees are growing.